Hello and welcome to the Daily Digestion channel, and welcome back to another video. Okay guys, so today it's been a really amazing day. I froze my butt off at the flea market in like 45-degree weather while the sun wasn't shining, and it's been fun. But overall it's been cool. I made some money back that I invested, so I can't complain there. But what I wanted to talk about today, guys, oh my gosh, there's some deer. Check out the deer. Isn't that cool? They ran off. They were really close. But we have a lot of deer around here in East Tennessee, and it's really neat. I wanted to make a video on, I just made a video on self-care and OMOD and intermittent fasting, and it's really kind of crazy how you can go from one extreme to the other. And I thought about this morning in the shower, and I thought, oh my gosh, I need to do a video on this. And what I wanted to do a video on is the fact that, okay, so, one extreme is we can be like so into self-care and, being independent and like doing everything for ourselves to the point to where it can be a negative behavior, to where you don't want to accept help from other people. And guys, I used to be like that. So it's like, so for instance, say you're like, oh, nobody else can do anything for me because they always do it wrong and they never really do it right, and on and on and on, and you turn into like this control freak of where like nobody can do anything for you and you have to do it all on your own. And the point that I'm trying to make is you become obsessive compulsive and neurotic of trying to do everything on your own. And it's not a good situation, because then you start turning to other vices to fill voids within your own psyche. Because guys, we were designed to live in community. This has been going on since the beginning of time. People very rarely lived off in a cave all by themselves, prepared all of their food for themselves, did everything for themselves. Like, people always had to thrive and live in a community. That is just normal. Okay, and so when you live in this, when you start putting yourself in this bubble and you start like being so like, I've got to do everything by myself, I don't need anybody's help, and you just like go from one day after the other living this way, it can really, really mess you up. It really, really can. So this is an awareness video of, because I, at one point in my life, I did that. And I became so obsessive compulsive about, not doing things. I mean, doing everything for everybody else. Trying to, do everything for myself to the point to where, it was just like I couldn't accept any help from anybody else. And guys, it got to the point where I became sick. I became really sick because I got really stressed out, because God didn't design us to live that way. He didn't design us to live all by ourselves in this little hole, doing everything, being like this control freak behavior. We were designed to live in community. That's the way it's been since the beginning of time. People were always born in families and communities. You always had one person to do the hunting, one person to do the cleaning, one person to do. I mean, we're all supposed to work together. I mean, that is the way it's supposed to be. So, you know, and I know it's tough when people don't do their job right, like especially kids. You know, it's hard, or your husband, like, you know, they don't do things exactly the way you want it done. They always screw it up. I mean, I'll be the first to admit. But if you start, oh my gosh, there's some baby goats. They were so cute. Oh, I love baby goats. But you know what I'm saying, guys? Because what happens, it can cause imbalance, not only within your psyche, but also within your body. And it can cause major adrenal issues. You can get into a state of fight or flight and out of homeostasis, and you become angry. Like, it can be a disease. You know, this can lead to sickness, disease, digestion issues, all kinds of problems. So, you know, you got to do a checkup from the neck up and say, okay, how can I make this situation better? Okay, little Johnny needs to learn how to do the dishes. He can't do it all the time. I can't do this all the time for him because he's got to learn about doing dishes. And yeah, he always puts them up wrong. He always makes a mess when he does them. He gets water all over the counters, blah, 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 blah. But the thing about it is, guys, is let little Johnny do it, because the more he does it, the better he will become at doing it. And yeah, even if you have to go back and, you know, go back and redo the dishes better, or go back and, you know, put things back, and it's okay. It's okay. A little bit of help is better than no help. But the point I'm trying to make, you know, accept a little bit of help. Another example is like, you know, trying to do like care for yourself all the time. You know, like never going to another person to help you figure out what type of vitamins to take, or never getting a health coach, or never getting a coach at the gym or whatever. I mean, you know, accept a little bit of help every now and again. Don't become so self-reliant on other people that you can't do anything for yourself. You know, that's another extreme that people fall into. They go to the doctor for their health. They act like that the doctor's really going to be able to fix them. You know, an MD is really not going to be able to fix you. They're not. They're, you know, they're going to give you medications, treatments, and all that stuff. But this is just food for thought, guys. And I just wanted to lay this out there for anybody that it might be something you need to hear. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.